Coming up tonight on News in Depth, Rio strippers fined and charged for overstaying in Ghana. PPP objects to sharing GECOM database with government agencies, and police force remembers fallen heroes. News in Depth begins now. With the news, I'm Kurt Campbell. Thanks for joining us. 6 strippers who overstayed their time in Guyana are expected to be deported to the Dominican Republic as early as tomorrow, following their appearance in court today.
6 Dominicans and 2 Venezuelans were this afternoon arraigned in the Joshua Magistrate Court and charged with overstaying their time in Guyana and forging work permit documents. The police and the Ministry of Social Protection arrested the 6 women at the Rio nightclub in Albertown during a raid that was carried out at the nightclub. The 6 girls who worked as strippers in the club pleaded guilty to the charges and were each fined $20,000 for overstaying their time in Guyana or 4 weeks in prison. In addition to that charge, the girls were also fined $30,000 each for forging their extension to stay. The women all entered the country legally and were granted 1 month stay in Guyana, but that time had already expired at the time of their arrest. The women are all between the ages of 19 and 30 and were represented by attorney-at-law Mark Waldron. Waldron told the court that the women had already bought their airline tickets to leave Guyana. And the other 2 women were arrested in Bartica and are from Venezuela. They too were fined and will be deported for the offense. In an invited comment, Minister of Social Protection Valda Lawrence said that her ministry is stepping up the fight against human trafficking.
That the trafficking department within the ministry have been carrying out several raids over the last quarter in Region 4. And as a result of that, we have several persons who it is alleged that they have been trafficked, and so those are ongoing investigations. And this will continue to happen not only on the coast, but in several hinterland areas.
More news after this break.
Attitude. Give me attitude. Next. Action. Guys, where's the ice cream? Cut! In 4 delectable flavors, the new Super Premium Royal Ripple ice cream is smooth, unbelievably rich, and far more affordable than you think. Royal Ripple Super Premium from Sterling Products Limited.
I sell swaggerific. Spaniard me like staggerific. I Spaniard. When it's stag give me a hand on the whole place. Turn up, stag up. Turn up. Stag in my hands now. Hand up, stag up. Hand up, stag up. Tell them no. I don't business if you're not on time. You must always have stag in the line. Well, everybody have a stag in the hand. Where's mine? Staggerman's beer. All aboard! Ship ahoy! Yes, we come again. All aboard! Carnival approach. All aboard! Time to rock the boat. Ship ahoy! Come and get in line.
It's the 10th annual Guyana Cup 2016, Sunday, August 14th, Portman Wantagh Club, Guyana's biggest horse racing event.
Extra energy, drink a #1. Multiply your energy to the drink one. Extra energy drink, extra energy drink.
Extra Energy has a better taste, less caffeine, less sugar, and is enriched with vitamins B6 and B12.
Extra energy drink me wanting. You give me the energy night and morning. Extra energy drink, extra energy drink.
Visit the wholesale distributor in the Stabroek Market or call 683-9500 to order yours today. Extra Energy Drink is also found in supermarkets and stores nationwide.
The opposition People's Progressive Party has raised suspicion over the sharing of citizens' database between the Ghana Elections Commission and 2 ministries. The opposition People's Progressive Party today objected to the recent decision by the Ghana Elections Commission to share its database with the Ministries of Education and Social Protection. PPP General Secretary Clement Roy said the party was deeply concerned that some of the information being shared includes the confidential details of registrants. He is not prepared to accept the justification provided by GECOM's chairman, Dr. Steve Sturge-Bally, and rejected it as spurious.
Firstly, is GECOM's decision to share unsolicited its database, including confidential details of registrants with the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security.
He said it was unprecedented in the history of the electoral process in Guyana and since the establishment of GECOM that this was being done. Roy could not say whether GECOM was violating any laws by sharing the information, but warns GECOM to validate the legality of sharing its database with government agencies.
This is unprecedented in the history of the electoral process in Guyana and since the establishment of the Guyana Elections Commission.
Roy said too that the justification to share GECOM's database with the Ministry of Social Protection in order for that ministry to rectify the names and addresses of pensioners smacks of deep suspicion that GECOM's database could be used for other sinister electoral purposes. The Guyana Police Force remembers 64 ranks who were killed in the line of duty as they celebrate their 177th anniversary.
While honoring the fallen heroes who died in the line of duty, Commissioner of Police Silal Prasad said the suffering of the spouses and the children of these men and women oftentimes go unnoticed. The top cop pledged greater economic support to these families.
The suffering I spoke of goes beyond the emotions associated with the love of lost one, but also the loss of sometimes the sole breadwinner of the family. Sometime thereafter, I contacted a group of persons, civic-minded persons who were partnering with us on other projects. And together, we worked out an arrangement to provide economic support to the education and welfare of dependent children of our fallen heroes.
During the ceremony, the Commissioner handed over $2.7 million for the Fallen Heroes Foundation. He said the monies were raised during fundraisers by the force.
The foundation received support from the government of Guyana, inclusive of His Excellency President Granger, Honorable Minister Ramjatan, Honorable Minister Valda Lawrence. It also received continuous support.
The Commissioner is making a pitch for a National Day for Fallen Heroes. Since 1913, 64 policemen have been killed in the line of duty, with the most recent being Antonio Dawson and Leonard LaRose, both of whom were stabbed by suspects while attempting to make an arrest. The ceremony formed part of the force's 177th anniversary celebrations.
And that's a wrap of the major headlines for today. Join us again same time tomorrow for another news roundup.